Hello, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Singapore Disability Sports Awards 2021, presented by Hoppa Corporation, Resilience Edition. I am Teresa Goh, and I will be your host for this evening. Before we start, let me introduce myself quickly. I am Teresa, and I was a national athlete for 20 years before I retired at the end of 2019. And because tonight's theme is resilience, I'd like to share my personal story on this theme. I have been to 4 Paralympic Games, but I never quite achieved what I wanted until my very last Paralympic Games. If I had stopped swimming the very first experience of failure, I would not have gotten my Paralympic bronze medal in Rio 2016, which is exactly why I'm a strong believer in the power of resilience. It has been 2 years since my retirement, and since then, I have been giving back to the sports community as an employee at Sports Singapore, and I'm also an SDSC Expo board member. But tonight is not about me. So without further ado, let me welcome first all the viewers who are watching via SDSC's YouTube page. Thank you so much for joining us. We are also very pleased to welcome our special guest, Mr. Alvin Tan, Minister of State for Culture, Community and Youth, and Trade and Industry, and Mr. Brian Liu, Group General Manager, Hoppa Corporation, who have both kindly made time to join us for this event. Thank you so much for being with us today. The Singapore Disability Sports Awards is organized by SDSC and proudly presented by Hoppa Corporation. The awards aim to recognize the achievements and contributions made by individuals or groups in the disability sports community. Given the lack of local and international competitions amidst the health pandemic, SDSA 2021 was dubbed a special resilience edition, with the event celebrating the display of Paralympic values such as courage, determination, inspiration, and equality. We all react to adversity in different ways. While some seem to be able to push through hardship, others may find it a little bit more of a struggle. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity and the use of personal qualities to withstand pressure and adapt to change. Today, we hope the stories of not only the winners, but all of our nominees will inspire you to continue on your journey in the disability sports landscape. The awards tonight will feature 9 categories, and tonight's awards would not be possible without the support of Hoppa Corporation. Hoppa Corporation has been a strong supporter of SDSC since 2015, and Hoppa Corporation's donation of $120,000 to SDSC this year will be used for its sports programs and services. Besides enabling SDSC to host the awards, the donation will also be used to support SDSC's voucher programs and the We Heart voucher program. There are also hopes of hosting an international voucher competition in Singapore next year, hopefully when the situation is much better. At this point, I would now like to invite Dr. Tioko Sokmyang, President of SDSC, to please give her welcome address. Dr. Tioko, please. Dr. Tioko, you're on mute.
Thank you very much, Teresa. Mr. Alvin Tan, Minister of State for Culture, Community and Youth, as well as Trade and Industry. Mr. Brian Liu, Group General Manager of Hoppa Corporation, award nominees, award judging panel members, SDSC Exco members, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. A very good evening to each one of you. A very warm welcome to our guest of honor, Mr. Alvin Tan. Thank you very much, Ms. Tan, for joining us this evening to present the Singapore Disability Sports Award to the award winners. Also, a very warm welcome to Mr. Brian Liu, the Group General Manager of Hoppa Corporation. It has been a long battle against COVID-19 for everyone over the past 18 to 19 months. Our athletes and sport teams have had to explore very creative ways to continue training safely or seek alternatives when in-person training is not possible. I would like to thank all our athletes, coaches, and volunteers for staying the course in pursuing training and competitions. All of you have been very adaptable, dedicated, and most resilient. While the award planning team was hoping to organize an in-person event for this year's SDSC award, the Singapore Disability Sports Award, the current situation is such that we have to present the awards virtually. We certainly look forward to presenting the next edition of the award physically and look forward to meeting everyone then. The Singapore Disability Sports Award is made possible because of the tremendous support by HAUPA Corporation. SDSC would like to express our most sincere and deepest appreciation to HAUPA Corporation for the donation to the Singapore Disability Sports Council this year. As mentioned by Teresa, HAUPA Corporation has been a very strong supporter of SDSC and disability sports since 2015. Indeed, HAUPA Corporation had led the way and created a legacy of contributing to disability sports in Singapore. So thank you, HAUPA Corporation, for supporting and believing in our athletes. Your contribution have certainly touched the lives of our special athletes and their families. SDSC will continue to work very closely with HAUPA Corporation to support Singapore's athletes with disabilities and to make a difference in their lives through sports. While competitions, both local and international, have been limited due to the COVID-19, it is important that we continue to hold the Singapore Disability Sports Award, and this is the third consecutive year, to salute our athletes for their fortitude and their commitment. This year's award, as mentioned by Teresa, is a special resilient edition. We are celebrating everyone's resilience, commitment, strength, and unity shown in looking out for one another and for persevering amidst very challenging circumstances. And as Teresa mentioned, we are celebrating the display of the Paralympic values. The Paralympic values such as determination, equality, inspiration, and courage. Tonight, we are presenting awards in 9 categories. Despite 2020 being a very unique year with no international competitions or events or very minimal events or competitions, the nominations affirm our belief that there are inspiring commitments and dedications demonstrated by our athletes, our coaches, and our volunteers. And hence, their commitments are worthy to be honored and to be celebrated. On behalf of SDSC, I would like to thank the award judging panel members for their contribution in making the SDSA a success. To all the nominees, our most sincere congratulations on being nominated. All your contributions have been significant in helping to cultivate and to grow disability sports in Singapore. You are being recognized for all that you have been doing, and I know you will still continue to do. Well done, everyone. And to all award winners that will be announced tonight, our heartiest congratulations. Amidst the celebration tonight, we also want to pause and to remember 2 of our own para-athletes who passed away this past year. We will be paying special tributes later to Bocha athlete Desmond Lam and to para bowler Alfie, as he's fondly called, Alfonso Luis Wong Si-rong. We encourage all our coaches, our athletes, and our volunteers to continue to stay strong, to stay motivated. We look forward to each of you achieving your sporting excellence in your chosen sports in the years to come. As we prepare to celebrate Singapore's 56th birthday, I would also like to take this opportunity to wish our national athletes heading to the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games all the best. You are flying the Singapore flag high at the world stage, and this is going to be a very fitting birthday present for Singapore. Paralympians, we will be cheering you on every step of the way. Represent Singapore proudly. Give of your best and aim for the stars. We have many stars on our flag. Aim for the stars. We know that you will make Singapore very proud. Let me end by wishing everyone an early happy National Day. Together, we are one Singapore. Thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Thank you, Dr. Teo Koh. We would now like to invite our special guest, Mr. Alvin Tan, Minister of State, Minister of Culture, Ministry of Culture, Community and Youth, and Ministry of Trade and Industry, to please share a few words. Mostan, please.
Thank you, Teresa, and thank you, Dr. Teo Koh, President SDSC. Also wanted to say good evening to Mr. Brian Lu, Group General Manager for Hallpark Corporation, all of our athletes, officials, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Teo Koh's speech sent some shivers down my spine in terms of reaching for the stars, and I think today we are celebrating many of you. In fact, it's really a privilege, and I don't say that lightly, to join all of us today for the 2021 Singapore Disability Sports Awards. As Dr. Teo Koh mentioned, it's really to recognize and celebrate every single one of you as stars for your resilience and contributions to disability sports and also beyond disability sports. The past 1.5 years, it's really been 1.5 years. It's quite incredible. And it has really been like no other that we've seen. To say the very least, it's been a very challenging period with many of you experiencing disruptions to how you train, your training regime, and also the uncertainty around competitions. I can only imagine how hard it's been on you, your coaches, your family, your supporters, and in fact, everyone who's supporting and cheering you on. So it's very apt that this year's award celebrates the tenacity and resilience of our disability sport community during this very unusual, but also very uncertain time of uncertainty. So again, please accept my heartiest congratulations to all our nominees, because in spite of the many challenges and disappointments that the pandemic has brought to you, you continue to stay committed to the sport of your choice. You've adapted, you've found new ways to train and prepare for future competitions in what is a very dark and uncertain period in our history. And really in this dark and uncertain period, sport has really shown in spite of all of these challenges. And for all of you, you have inspired us, lifted our heads up higher with your grit, your dedication, and your resilience. Our nominee for the Sportsman of the Year award, Steve T. Wee Leong, and his athlete competition partner, Ang Ki Meng, are one of the many shining examples amongst you. We're incredibly proud that Steve has been selected to represent Singapore in tandem cycling at the 2020 Tokyo Paralympics later this month. And this will be the first time that Singapore will be represented in tandem cycling. And to prepare for the Paralympic Games, Steve decided to train full-time despite the ongoing pandemic. And he's made significant lifestyle changes and sacrifices. So we'd like to thank Steve for his unwavering commitment to his sport, to our nation, and we wish him the very best as he heads off to Tokyo to fly our flag high. I also wanted to acknowledge the many people who work behind the scenes to support and to journey with our athletes. And I'm of course referring to our coaches, our officials, our volunteers, our caregivers, families, and friends, because they too have had to adapt to the pandemic to provide our athletes the very best training and support environment in light of these circumstances. And I know, and I can just imagine it has not been easy for any of you. So in that vein, I'd like to specifically mention Mr. Hanson Bay, our goalball coach and nominee of the Coach of the Year Developmental Award. As virtual trainings are challenging for visually impaired athletes, Hanson.
We're happy, right? Yeah, it's like a different, the more luxury brand.
Hanson had to be creative in identifying new methods to train them remotely. In fact, Hanson paid great attention to his athletes' well-being during the pandemic, and he went out of his way to engage them on topics such as mental health and resilience, which are topics and issues that you've seen arising and finding its way out in everybody's consciousness. So to create opportunities for the visually impaired to stay active, Hanson organized the 2020 Visibility Challenge and the 2021 Visibility 2-on-2 goalball competition. And these are very truly commendable efforts because they reflect the impact we can make when we work together and support one another. This year, 10 para-athletes across 6 sports will be representing Singapore at the Tokyo Paralympic Games. It's a remarkable achievement made possible because of all of the joint efforts of our athletes, coaches, our Singapore Disability Sports Council, together with MCCY and Sport SG, as well as the larger disability sport fraternity. And at this juncture, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to the Singapore Disability Sports Council for being such an invaluable partner and champion for disability sports, and for your continued efforts to expand opportunities for persons with disabilities to participate in sports. I would also like to thank the HOPA Corporation for being such a key supporter through the various initiatives, including the awards this evening, as well as the HOPA Para Sports Bursary Awards that support the sporting aspirations of persons with disabilities from disadvantaged backgrounds. We all know that the task of building an inclusive society through sport, where people of all abilities can come together to play and build stronger social connections, is something that it's ongoing. So to that end, I wanted to state unequivocally that MCCY and Sport SG will continue our efforts through the Disability Sport Master Plan to raise awareness of disability sports and to increase opportunities for sport participation among persons with disabilities via inclusive programs, as well as sport infrastructure. But once again, my heartiest congratulations to all our award nominees and my heartfelt gratitude to the Singapore Disability Sports Council and the HOPA Corporation for making this evening possible. I'm sure we all like to meet with one another in person, but we have to make do with what we can. So I really thank you for everyone's taking the time to be here. And I'm sure, like everyone else here tonight, I'm also looking eagerly forward to following the progress of our Team Singapore athletes at the upcoming Tokyo Paralympic Games later this month. So all the best, you guys. You've already made us incredibly proud of you. We are behind you every step of the way, cheering you with all our heart, all our mind, all our soul. And thank you very much. I wish all of you a wonderful evening of celebrations ahead. And as Dr. Teo Koh mentioned, an early happy National Day to all of our athletes, all of our coaches, and our sporting fraternity. Thank you.
Thank you, Mostan. We will now move on to the Sports Awards presentation in this order. Community Impact Award, Events and Initiatives. Community Impact Award, Volunteering. Coach Developmental of the Year, Resilience. Coach High Performance of the Year, Resilience. The nominees of each category will be shown on the presentation slides in no particular order. All nominees will receive a certificate of achievement, while the winners will receive trophies. After introducing the nominees of each category, we will then have the pleasure of having Mr. Brian Liu, Group General Manager of HOPA Corporation, announce the winner for each category. First up is the Community Impact Events and Initiatives Award. This award aims to recognize contributions to the inclusion or empowerment of persons with disabilities in sports through organizing or promoting activities, events related to disability sports. Such events and initiatives were carried out or introduced amidst the COVID-19 pandemic, requiring innovation and extraordinary commitment to disability sports. Here are your nominees. Athletics clubs, academies and clubs, Sport SG. Goalball Singapore. And Muscular Dystrophy Association Singapore. I'd like to invite Mr. Liu to please announce the winner.
And the winner is Goalball Singapore.
Congratulations to Goalball Singapore. We will be
Congratulations.
toggling the camera to focus on our representatives from Goalball Singapore. So please give us a giant wave and smile. Goalball Singapore was formed in 2015. Goalball Singapore's vision is to have a sustainable team sport not just for the blind, but for everyone. Goalball Singapore continues to promote inclusion, even with the ever-changing COVID-19 restrictions. Sports is often used as a medium to forge friendships, and amidst such isolating times, the group continued to stay focused on their vision to promote inclusion and partnered with different organizations to organize 2 inclusive events early in the year. Goalball Singapore's Visibility Fitness Challenge saw both visually impaired persons pairing up with sighted persons to form teams to perform several exercises to hit a joint target of 1,000 reps. Goalball Singapore also organized the Visibility 2-on-2 inclusive goalball competition, where unified teams of both visually impaired and sighted persons competed together in a modified goalball competition. Regardless of the pandemic, the group has remained dedicated to promoting goalball as a sustainable team sport. Many congratulations to Goalball Singapore. Next up, we have the Community Impact Volunteering Award. This award aims to recognize contributions to the inclusion or empowerment of persons with disabilities in sports through voluntary efforts. Volunteers have demonstrated a high level of innovation and an extraordinary commitment to disability sports amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. Here are your 4 nominees. Cho Soo-yi Wendy, Volunteer Classifier. Gan King Ik and Lim Boon Yi, Coacher Coaches. Go Nigel Mark Jian Huang, Powerlifting. Joanne Gao and Yo Hui Kun, Swimming Classifier. I'd like to please invite Mr. Liu to announce the winners.
The winner for this award is Go Nigel Mark Jian Huang.
Congratulations to Nigel Go. We will be toggling the camera over to you, so please give us a giant smile and wave. Volunteering with SDSC came by chance. Nigel was studying overseas, but returned home due to the COVID-19 pandemic. As an avid powerlifter himself, Nigel saw that para-powerlifting needed some assistance, and he jumped at the opportunity. He volunteers his time as a coaching assistant and commits his time 3 times a week to assist the powerlifting team. Nigel wants to help build the ecosystem of the sport, and he is now a qualified technical official for para-powerlifting. Congratulations, Nigel. Next up, we have the Coach Developmental of the Year, Resilience, and the Coach High Performance of the Year, Resilience. These awards aim to recognize coaches who have helped in producing exemplary athletes and those who have made important contributions to the development of disability sports. Coaches have demonstrated a high level of resilience in the administration of training programs amidst the COVID-19 pandemic, ensuring that their charges are kept engaged, motivated, and are able to train and experience and participate in their chosen sports fully. Coaches have gone above and beyond to explore additional coaching methods or new or unique programs amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. For the Coach Developmental of the Year, Resilience, here are your 4 nominees. Hanson Bay, Goalball. Muhammad Abdul Razak bin Mansour, Powerlifting. Han Wei Chiang Jovin, Sailing. Nurul Shahira Venson, Bocha. I'd like to please invite Mr. Liu to announce the winner.
The winner for this award is Hanson Bay.
Congratulations to Hanson Bay. We will be toggling the camera to focus on Hanson, so please give us a giant smile and wave. Hanson Bay has been coaching the Goalball team since 2015. Part of Hanson's coaching philosophy is to dream the impossible, but focus on doing what's possible. This is an extension of the key psychological skill of letting go of the outcome and to focus on what we can control. Not only has this skill helped the players cope with the challenges of competitive sport, but it has also helped them cope with challenges in their lives and the uncertainties brought about by the pandemic. Congratulations to Hanson. Next up, we will move on to the Coach High Performance of the Year, Resilience. Here are your 3 nominees. Chu Zichin, Bocha. Mark Che, Swimming. And Pang Xingliang, Archery. I'd like to invite Mr. Lu to please announce the winner.
The winner for this award is Mark Che.
Many congratulations to Mark Che. We will be toggling the camera to focus on Mark. Please give us a giant smile and wave. Olympian swimmer Mark Che took a leap into coaching paraswimming in 2019. His past experience and guidance have been a valuable insight, combining what he knows and adapting it to paraswimming. In early 2021, he led Yip Ping Siu to achieving a new season best in the 100-meter S2 backstroke event. Mark continues to work with SDSC to strategize and craft swimming programs for athletes. Mark is also a nominated member of parliament. Congratulations, Mark. That concludes the first segment of our Sports Awards. I hope everybody's having a good time. Thank you so much, Mr. Brian Liu, Group General Manager of Hoppa Corporation, for your kind assistance in helping us to unveil the winners for each category. And heartiest congratulations to all winners and all nominees. In conjunction with SDSA this year, SDSC also hosted the SDSA Digital Raffle 2021, where we encourage members of the public to donate to SDSC for a chance to win attractive experiences across different categories as part of a donation draw. It was the first time SDSC carried out an experience of this nature. Thank you to all participants for being involved. We are also thankful that we had the support of 11 different partners who contributed a total of 30 prizes for this SDSA Digital Raffle 2021. On behalf of SDSC, thank you to all partners and all participants for your donations. The draw was conducted prior to today's event in the presence of an independent auditor who oversaw the donation draw. The winners were also picked out by Mr. Liu and Mr. Eric Seng, SDSC Exco member. We will now be unveiling the winners for all 30 prizes of all the categories. If you bought a raffle ticket, get your number ready. These are the prizes for 11 to 8. Prizes 7 to 5. And prizes 4 to 1. Congratulations to all winners. Staff from SDSC will contact you in the coming week. Please note that prizes left unclaimed after the stipulated date will be forfeited, and a reserve winner will be awarded. Once again, we would like to thank all of the partners who have contributed to the SDSA Digital Raffle 2021. They are Bronze Partners, Kidstopia, Sports by EM3, Silver Partners, Anjali Chocolate, Flight Experience Singapore, How to Ink, To Be Calm, and Mega Adventure. And Gold Partners, Anda Singapore, Upside Motion, My Fishing Frenzy Academy, and KF1 Karting Circuit. Thank you so much. We'll now move on to a special tribute segment. The last year has been incredibly challenging for all of us, regardless of the results that has been announced, we would like to thank everyone for being role models in sports and in life. At this moment, we would like to remember the lives of two of our nominees, Mr. Desmond Lam and Mr. Alphonsus Louis Wong Sirong, Alfie, who passed away in the last year. Desmond and Alfie personified resilience in all that they did, and we would like to ask the community to celebrate their lives and what they have achieved. Can I please invite Dr. Tioko to say a few words? Dr. Tioko, please.
Boccia athlete Desmond Lam was diagnosed with Duchenne muscular dystrophy when he was 3 years old. Duchenne muscular dystrophy is a very rare muscular disorder which causes Desmond's muscle to progressively degenerate and weaken. Desmond was a very cheerful and pleasant young man who cared for his family and friends. He was enthusiastic and he's always adopted the dare to try approach in spite of his physical challenges. Desmond is strong-willed and never gives up easily. He's full of love and shows a lot of love and concern, care for everybody around him. He always checks on his friends when they are not well. Desmond always has a very big cheerful smile whenever he interacts with his peer and others. Desmond started playing boccia for pleasure, for leisure, at a tryout session. He enjoyed the game so much and was determined to excel in boccia. He participated in competitions and attended training regularly. He would attend physical training at the Muscular Dystrophy Association of Singapore, and then he would rush home to continue with virtual boccia training thereafter, despite his failing health. His commitment and passion towards the sport is admirable. Together with Team MDAS, Desmond won a bronze medal at the 2018 Tiger Balm Boccia Open competition. Apart from sports, Desmond loved the Pixar animation film Cars. Desmond was a web designer, and he enjoyed graphic design, designing greeting cards and many different artwork. Every year, he looked forward to traveling with his family to Malacca for Chinese New Year, enjoying the time that he spent with his family, and definitely the delicious snacks that were available there. Desmond Lam passed away peacefully on the 17th of October 2020. We will remember Desmond. Para bowler Alphonsus, or Alfie, as he's always fondly called by everyone, had been with the Bowling Association for the Disabled, BATS, and with Para 10-pin bowling since 2014. Alfie was the Team Singapore athlete for the 2015 Second Asia Para 10-pin Bowling Federation Championship that was held in the Philippines. He also participated at the 2015 8th ASEAN Para Games in Singapore, as well as 2017 9th ASEAN Para Games. Alfie was also selected for the 2017 Asian Youth Para Games in Dubai. Alfie was diagnosed with a critical illness, Wolfram syndrome, which caused him to be visually and hearing impaired. Despite his failing health in the last 2 to 3 years, Alfie would still ask his dad to bring him for bowling training. In the past 9 months, as his condition worsened, Alfie informed BATS that he would still want to be part of the Para 10-pin bowling team. Alfie would come down to cheer on his teammates for various competitions and training. Alfie was always very supportive in different charity bowl fundraising and activities organized by BATS and SDSC. He would often perform at the charity bowl events by playing his keyboard. He also participated in Purple Parade events. Alfie has a never say die altitude. Alfie had been an inspiration and a motivator to the para 10-pin bowling team. Alfie totally amplifies the spirit of para sport with his strong determination, motivation, fighting spirit, positive attitude, and enthusiasm. Alfie passed away peacefully on the 19th of June this year. We will remember Alfie.
Thank you, Dr. Kyoko. I would now like to invite everybody to observe a minute's silence to remember Desmond and Alfie. During this time, we also remember the lives lost due to the health pandemic. Thank you, everybody. We will continue to lean on each other for support and press on. We will now continue with the award presentation for the remaining categories: Sports Girl of the Year, Sports Boy of the Year, Team of the Year, Sports Woman of the Year, and Sportsman of the Year. Similar to before, the nominees of each category will be shown on the presentation slides in no particular order. All nominees will receive a certificate of achievement, while the winners will receive trophies. After we introduce the nominees for each category, we will have the pleasure of having Mr. Alvin Tan, Minister of State for Culture, Community and Youth, and Trade and Industry, to announce the winner for each category. First up, we have the Sports Girl and the Sports Boy of the Year, Resilience. These awards recognize athletes aged 23 and below who have demonstrated resilience to continue to pursue sporting aspirations amidst the COVID-19 pandemic and prevailing restrictions. Athletes have demonstrated a commitment to the community and possess good character. For the Sports Girl of the Year, Resilience, here are your two nominees. Lim Yufei Fei, Bocha, and athlete competition partner Lim Boon-gi. And Moy Yenting Danelle, Swimming. I'd now like to invite Mostan to announce the winner.
Thank you, Teresa. So the winner for Sports Girl of the Year is Lim Yufei Fei and athlete competition partner Lim Boon-gi.
Congratulations to Fei Lim. We'll be toggling the camera focus to be on Fei and Boon-gi. Please give us a big smile and wave. Fei was first exposed to Bocha through the Singapore Disability Sports Council's program at SIPA School and has since competed in both regional and international competitions. In 2020, training was moved online and Fei adapted quickly to the vastly different virtual training environment. When physical training resumed, Fei also assists with refereeing during group trainings. Congratulations, Fei and Boon-gi. And now for the Sports Boy of the Year, Resilience. Your nominee is Aloysius Gan Kai Hong Bocha and athlete competition partner Gan King Ik. I'd now like to invite Mostan to please announce the winner.
Thanks, Riza. So the winner for the Sports Boy of the Year is Aloysius Gan Kai Hong and athlete competition partner Gan King Ike. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Aloysius Gan and athlete competition partner Gan King Ik. Now we will be toggling the camera's focus to you. Please give us a big smile and wave. Beginning his training from 7 years old in the Bocha CCA in Cerebral Palsy Alliance School, Aloysius has gone on to perform outstandingly as a young and upcoming athlete. At the Tiger Balm Singapore Bocha Open 2018, he put up a tough fight against more seasoned athletes from top Bocha countries like Korea and Thailand. He earned a respectable fourth placing in the BC3 individuals event. Aloysius also made a formidable pair with his senior, Cole Zining, and snatched silver in the BC3 pairs event. In 2020, Aloysius was appointed as his school's Bocha CCA captain to guide and mentor his juniors. Since taking on the captain role, Aloysius has received the 2020 Leadership Award from Cerebral Palsy Alliance School. Congratulations, Aloysius and King Ik. Next up, we have the Team of the Year, Resilience. This award aims to recognize teams of at least 2 persons who have demonstrated resilience to continue to pursue sporting aspirations amidst the COVID-19 pandemic and prevailing restrictions. Athletes have demonstrated a commitment to the community and possess good character. Here are your nominees. The Bocha BC1 and BC2 team, the Goalball women's team, and the MDAS Bocha team. I'd like to invite Mostan to please announce the winning team.
Thanks, Teresa. So the winning team of the year is the Goalball women's team, comprising Noliana Binti Muhammad Ajam, Ines Hong Hui Min, Joan Hong Hui Sin, and Christina Ao Pei Wen. Congratulations.
Congratulations to the Goalball women's team. We will be toggling the camera's focus to the winners in order. So please give us a giant wave and a smile. The women's goalball team have been very dedicated in their training and proved themselves during the Asia Pacific Goalball tournament in 2019, beating strong house neighbor Malaysia to take 5th placing at the competition. They also pulled off an upset over high-ranked Iraq with a last-minute goal. Despite personal challenges last year, the team also showed resilience by letting go of things that were out of their control and directed their efforts towards things that were within their control. Taking the initiative to be ambassadors of their sport, the team helped with the organization of 2 unified events together with Goalball Singapore. They took the opportunity to position Goalball as an inclusive sport despite the restrictions and stringent safe management guidelines. And they focused on promoting the sport to more people in the community. Congratulations to Ines, Joan, Christina, and Noliana. We will now move on to the Sportswoman of the Year, Resilience, and the Sportsman of the Year, Resilience. These awards recognize athletes aged 24 and above who have demonstrated resilience to continue to pursue sporting aspirations amidst the COVID-19 pandemic and prevailing restrictions. Athletes have demonstrated a commitment to the community and possess good character. Starting off with the Sportswoman of the Year, here are your 3 nominees. Noor Aini binti Muhammad Yasli, powerlifting. Nurul Ashika Muhammad Taha, Bocha. And Yip Ping Siu, swimming. I'd like to invite Mostan to please announce the winner.
Thanks, Riza. So the Sportswoman of the Year, Resilience Award goes to Yip Pin Siu. Congratulations, Pin Siu.
Congratulations to Ping Siu. We will be toggling cameras focused to be on Ping Siu. Please give us a giant smile and wave. Ping Siu has had a breakthrough year in 2019, which saw her win 2 gold medals at the 2019 World Para Swimming Championships in the women's 50 and 100-meter backstroke S2 events, 9 years since her last World Championship title in 2010. This earned Singapore a slot at the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games. Despite having no international competitions, the fruit of Ping Xiu's grit, determination, and resilience showed in the local swimming meets organized by SDSC, where she achieved a new season best time of 2 minutes 16.34 for her 100 meters S2 backstroke event. Ping Xiu also actively gives back to the community, where she serves on the World Para Swimming High Support Needs Group and Singapore's National Youth Council as a council member, and has a role on the Safe Sport Commission. Congratulations, Ping Xiu. Now we have come to the last category of the night, the Sportsman of the Year, Resilience. And your nominees are Chan Han Seong, Shooting, Palaivanan, Powerlifting, Steve T. Wee Leong and athlete competition partner Ang Ki Meng, Cycling, and Tay Wei Ming, Badminton. I'd like to invite Mosan to please announce the winner.
Thanks, Teresa. The winner for Sportsman of the Year is Steve T. Wee Leong and athlete competition partner Ang Ki Meng. Congratulations.
Congratulations to Steve. Steve is currently away in Wales for training and is unable to join the ceremony live. In 2004, Steve was diagnosed with retinitis pigmentosa, a rare disease that begins with a partial loss of vision and eventually leads to total or near total blindness. Then, only 23, Steve could no longer play some of his favorite sports, such as football and cycling. He went through a period of desolation and isolation. However, he soon bounced out of it and mustered inner strength to live his life to the fullest. Steve decided to focus on solutions instead. Having captained the Singapore team at the 8th ASEAN Para Games at 5-a-side football for the visually impaired in 2015, Steve made his switch to paracycling 2 years later. For tandem paracycling, a visually impaired athlete called the stoker is paired with a sighted counterpart who is called the pilot. Steve's pilot is a former national cyclist Ang Ki Meng. Together, Steve and Ki Meng have competed at numerous regional and international competitions. They have also qualified for the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games. Congratulations to Steve and Ki Meng. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. It has been a challenging year for everyone. Let's count on each other in the community to forge ahead. To celebrate our community and what we have achieved, we will now look back on a few key highlights of the past year. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy a video montage of some of SDSC's highlights of the year. If you have your mini Singapore flags with you, this would be a good time to bring them out.
Comes around and I can't wait to see my sunny island in its glorious greenery. Whether rain or shine, it's still beautiful. Bright lights shine on the streets at night, guiding me closer to home, to a place where I'll be safe and warm, where I belong. Friends and families by my side, seeing me through as I grow and learn. Every day's experience, bittersweet or sour, they are still wonderful. As they become precious memories, they'll be kept close to my heart. And no matter where I am, I will always know where I belong. Where I belong, where I keep my heart and soul, where dreams come true for us, where we walk together hand in hand towards a future so bright. Where I belong, where I keep my heart and soul, where we are one big family. I want the whole world to know, I want to shout it out loud, that this is where I know I belong. Where I belong, where I keep my heart and soul, where dreams come true for us, where we walk together hand in hand towards a future so bright. Where I belong, where I keep my heart and soul, where we are one big family. I want the whole world to know, I want to shout it out loud, that this is where I know I belong. I want the whole world to know, I want to shout it out loud, that this is where I know I belong.
Thank you so much, everybody, for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us this evening. Our heartiest congratulations to all the nominees and winners. We look forward to celebrating your achievements and contributions in the years to come. I would now like to say a big thank you to those who joined us on YouTube and participated in this event. The live stream will now end here. Good night to everyone on the live stream.
Thank you, Teresa.
For the rest of you guys, please don't leave.